Every business is intently seeking ways to find new customers or to get more traffic to their internet or social internet site. On the internet, getting traffic to your website is a daunting task. There are so many websites that are competing for your potential customers' attention. In many ways, your website is a needle in the haystack. Initially, only by chance do a few people stumble onto your site and buy your product or service. So how do you turn this trickle of visitors to a roaring waterfall of customers that will multiply exponentially as your popularity grows by leaps and bounds? One way to accomplish this is by getting the attention of major influencers that are followed and trusted by thousands of readers or viewers. Some of these influential powerhouses are journalists. In this new age, however, people are relying more and more on internet blogging sites for newsworthy information they're seeking. So how do you get the attention of these major influencers that can light a rocket onto your website in order to propel it into a well-organized brand that instantly comes to a person's mind when they need a product or service your company provides? One way to do this is to send out a press release. Always remember that reporters and bloggers are always under the gun to find new material. As a result, they're constantly trolling the internet for newsworthy stories. Many times, the first place they look are online press release sites, such as 4bizpr.com. There are many reasons why these influencers heavily rely on these sites for new leads. One reason is that press releases on these sites are categorized and listed by date of entry. As a result, a user of an online press release website can quickly examine material that pertains to their field of interest. In addition, they can readily discern what is old news and what is new. Another reason online press release sites are popular with reporters and bloggers is that the material on these sites is fresh news delivered directly by the companies involved. Sure, they're self-serving. Some of them are pure crap. However, a lot of these stories are newsworthy and would be of great interest to potential investors or customers. It is the reporters and bloggers' job to pick out the diamonds from the sludge, verify the facts, and share it with their readers if it proves to be an interesting story. So if your intention is to create a news release, one of the most important items in your to-do list is to come up with something that is really newsworthy. Ask yourself, if you were a reporter, would the title of your press release trigger an irresistible urge to click through in order to discover more? To illustrate this point, would you likely check out a story with the title XYZ Company announces the launch of their new website? Probably not. What if instead the title of your press release was XYZ Website Cuts Airline Travel Costs by Half? Now that story would probably get some major attention. I know this is an exaggerated example. The point is that you need to explain the benefit, which is the newsworthiness, to the reader in the title of your press release. The next item in your press release is your summary. In this section, you need to distill the excitement of your news in 2 to 3 sentences. Remember that reporters and bloggers at this stage of the game are skimming material in order to quickly separate the wheat from the chaff. As a result, your summary has to be intriguing. Therefore, try to get objective feedback as to whether or not your summary is interesting enough to get most readers to check out the rest of your story in the body of your press release. If it's not sufficiently compelling, rewrite it until you've accomplished this goal. In the body of your press release, you want to discuss in more detail the news you want to convey to potential investors or customers. Always remember that the primary goal of this section is a subtle call to action. I emphasize subtle. Remember, it cannot be a direct call of action that is written in first person. It is important to keep in mind that you're writing a news release, not ad copy. Now, this is as good a place as any to discuss in more detail the writing style that you should use when creating a press release. We all know that press releases are by nature self-serving. However, don't be blatant about it. As a result, do not write your press release in first person. It cannot appear as if you're communicating directly to potential investors or customers. Therefore, avoid personal pronouns such as I, we, and you. Press releases need to at least appear as if they were written by an objective journalist. To do this, you need to write your press release in third person. One other objective of most press releases is to get readers to visit the company's website. In order to accomplish this, you can add URL links within your release. Keep in mind, however, that adding too many URLs is considered unprofessional. A good rule of thumb is not to exceed one URL for every 150 words of text. In summary, using an online press release website such as 4bizpr.com can be a very cost-effective way to get free publicity for your company, your product, or your service. I urge you to check out 4bizpr.com to get started on your way to getting the word out that you have a website, product, or service deserving of attention by thousands if not millions of people worldwide.